What's up, everybody? It's Justin Porter here, and welcome back to the Reporter Show, man. As always, I want to welcome my co-hosts, Josh Tucker and Devin Acosta. We got a lot of stuff going on this week, man, or this past week. We had a lot of good stuff going on this past week as well. We also got some champs already for the fall season. So that's something that I'm ready to talk about, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. The first subject that we'll jump into is football, man. They had a 32-7 road win against Arkansas Baptist. They were feeding the ball to Sheldon with a lot. They was giving on the rock. He had 25 attempts with 100 rushing yards and 2 TDs, so props to you, my boy. On the defensive end, Donovan Henry had 17 tackles, and the defense only allowed 4 completed passes on 16 attempts. So it seemed like it was a ground game day. Everybody was just running the ball. They was just trying to punish it, but I think what happened was we capitalized and they didn't. So we ended up on top with a 32-7 win. So I'm glad that y'all got that next win on the board, man. I hope that y'all can close out the rest. Honestly, the rest of the season, we should close out with 2 dubs, two more dubs. Man. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we have Langston is the very last game, and I think the next game is Texas College, and both of those teams are very beatable. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see y'all got the win, but I need y'all to keep it going. Like I said, this is a team that y'all should have beat, so I'm glad that y'all beat them. And it's the same thing for the next 2 teams. So I hope to see y'all keep that going, man. Next, we're going to get to golf. Golf got the NCCAA championship of the fall for the men's. So props to y'all, man. If I could put the whole team on the certified list, I would, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna put the whole. Exactly, bro. I think they took 5 guys with them, and I believe that after the first day, 4 of them were in the top 5. So that was really crazy to see. So of course, after day 1, Wayland as a team was in the lead, shooting 6 over par. And so the 4 players that were in the top 5 after day 1 was Miller and Lubker. They were both shooting 1 over par, and Wellborn and Brindle were shooting 2 over par. So that was good to see. And then of course day 2, I believe Wayland was still leading the team leaderboard, and only one of us remained in the top 5 though, but the rest of us sort of trickled out in the top 10, top 15, still kept us in the lead. So after day 2, I believe the only person remaining for us in the top 5 was Wellborn. And then day 3, after the final day, they were crowned the 2023 champs for the NCCAA. And that is the NCCAA. I said that the other day, and they was like, they won the NCAA championship. I'm like, bro, come on now. I'm like, no, man, we can't even compete.
We not in NCAA.
Yeah, we not NCAA. But yeah, after day 3, man, they won. And Zane Wellborn, still in the top 5. He placed 3rd overall, shooting 1 over par. So, of course, you certified this week, man. You certified this week. I'm not even going to put anybody else on the board. You are the certified nominee athlete of the week, my boy. So props to you. I'm glad that y'all came out there and had a good showing in the fall. I know that their preseason ranking for the NAIA overall is 8th in the nation. So hopefully in the spring, y'all can keep that going and y'all can bring home another championship. I don't know too many teams that can say they brought home 2 national championships in 1 year. So that would
championship.
That would be pretty tough. So I hope y'all can do that, bro. Next we're gonna jump into men's soccer. Now, men's soccer they opened up the week with a loss to Southwestern Christian, which was not good because Southwestern Christian is beneath us in rankings. I will say that. But they ended up dropping that game, and they ended on a good note with a 3-1 win at the end of the regular season against Texas Wesleyan. But what I wanted to look at, man, was the last half of the season was not good for us. We have 14 regular season games. In the last 7 games that we had, we only won 2 games. So I think we went 2-4-1. I think we had 4 losses and 1 tie. And I was like, dang, bro, like, we just fell off the map with that.
We had the ball rolling at first.
We did.
Everybody was playing good for a little while.
I was really confused. I didn't understand what was going on, because I remember at the beginning of the year we was talking about love, you know what I'm saying? And I still talk y'all up. But at the end of the day, y'all did not show up in the last half of that season. But what I will say is it's the regular season. Now we got the postseason. So it's like
Time to lock in.
it's time to lock in.
lock
So we
in.
still got a chance. It's not over, right?
No, it's not
Oh,
over.
bet.
with. We
Yeah,
still got a
it's
chance.
easy.
I was just saying at the end. But the thing is, you like to take momentum into the playoffs.
You do.
You don't want to come off a couple of losses going
Yeah.
into the playoffs, because
You
now you know what I'm saying, now you're not feeling too good about it. But I was looking for their bracket for the men's soccer, and they didn't have it up yet. So I don't know why that is. They had it up for women's soccer already yesterday at the beginning of the day, but they still don't have it out for men's soccer yet. So I believe they made a post on social media about who they were playing, but I did not see the entire bracket. So I'm sorry that I can't put that out there for y'all. Maybe by the end of this day I can throw it in there and hopefully have that up for y'all. But yeah, we do not have that right now, so I don't know the lineup for them this weekend, but I know that it starts this weekend.
It's SAC tournament this weekend.
SAC tournament this weekend
nice.
for women's and men's soccer. So we'll go ahead and jump into women's soccer next. They had a 3-1 win against Southwestern Christian on their senior night. And Giovanna Castro had 2 goals, and Chloe Marmot also had a goal. But they ended the season on a loss against Texas Wesleyan, 0-2. Same thing for them, man. I mean, they're going into the SAC tournament with a couple of losses, but at the end of the day, you go into the tournament hungry. You know, 7 seed, I believe that they are. So they play the 2 seed, which is Oklahoma City in Oklahoma City. So they're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to show up.
They're gonna have to show up.
The thing about it is you split up each season into 3 seasons. You got preseason, regular season, postseason. So there really is. Yeah, they're facing a higher seed, but it's really the record's 0-0 right now. So it's a whole different season, whole different chance to to make a lot more noise than it did in the regular season. So that's good news. But they got to come with it, because the 7 playing a 2, obviously they're not picked to win.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, the OKC is they have a really good record. They don't have a lot of losses, so it's not like they just gonna fall over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to really
You
go
gonna
out there
have to
and
beat
challenge
'em.
them.
You're gonna have to beat them.
Yeah. So I don't know, but we hope that they come out on top. They also play on that Saturday at 2 in Oklahoma City. So, I mean, if y'all got a free weekend, I don't know. If y'all really love soccer, y'all can go out there and check them out. But, and then we'll go ahead and get into volleyball. Now, volleyball, they took a loss to MacU. They lost 2-3. Now, that honestly wasn't a bad game. I checked the stats out. I checked the game out. It was a really good game. It was back and forth. The first 2 sets, they split 1-1, and both of those sets were back and forth. The third set, we came out hot. We put them in the dirt. Beat them 25-11 in that third set.
Man.
So, but the fourth set, we let them run off with 10 unanswered points.
Golly.
If you do that, it's gonna be hard for you to
It's
come
gonna be
back and
hard,
win,
It's
bro.
gonna be hard to win
Kept
that
that
set.
momentum,
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, at some point, I'm like, 10 in a row. At 5, I would have been like, hey, let's lock in.
You gotta regroup after
You
5.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that wasn't good for them. And, of course, they ended up dropping the 4th set. And in the 5th set, they only go to 15. So,
Yeah.
first 15, and MacU ended up winning that last set. So, they lost that match. But, I mean, like I said, it wasn't bad. They just didn't come out on top. The game was pretty clean. They didn't have a lot of errors in those matches. They went into later on in the week, and they ended up winning in 3 sets against USAO. They handled their business. USAO, of course, is not ranked that high in the conference standings, but you got to win the games you're supposed to win, as I always say.
Facts.
So it was good to see them win that. But their last 2 games, not last 2 games, because they do have a game today, but their last 2 games in conference is against the number 1 team in conference and then the number 2 team in conference. So they gonna have to really turn it up a little bit before they go into the playoffs, because they playing some dogs. Not only are they ranked, of course, 1 and 2 in our conference, but they are ranked nationally. I think SAGU is 24th in the nation, and Texas Wesleyan is 13th in the nation. So there ain't no teams that you just gonna go in there and play around with.
Yeah,
You gotta
their
really
hands
go
full.
get it. Yeah.
Got their hands full this week, but
Yeah.
Go
I
out
mean,
there
you
and make a
beat,
statement.
yeah, facts. I mean, if you beat even one of them is still considered
Yeah.
a good week in my opinion. You're
It
playing a
is.
1 and 2. You want to beat both of them, but
Yeah.
you can escape the week with 1 win going into the conference tournament, knowing that you beat one of the top 2 teams. Like, well, we beat them.
Yeah.
We can beat anybody in the tournament.
Exactly.
So
And In my opinion, man, just take it one game at a time.
Facts.
That's all it really is.
Facts.
You know, next man up.
Yeah.
We got this opponent, focus on this, handle their business there,
Yeah.
then worry about the next one.
Agreed.
Exactly. I think the last match that they had against both of those teams, they lost in 3 sets. So, I mean, the thing is, even if you lose, put up a little dog fight.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, facts.
You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
I mean,
You got to put up a little fight, man. Going out 3-0, that would hurt me.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
Especially going into the tournament. You know, if you go 3-0 and then 3-0, and it's like, okay, now we finna hop into the conference tournament.
and we ain't want to set.
And
the
we
week.
ain't want to,
We
yeah,
wanna set the whole
exactly.
week.
You don't
So,
want
yeah,
that
you
to
gotta
happen.
Definitely take some sets away from them
Yeah.
at the bare minimum, but
Yeah.
I still think, you know what I'm saying, I think we can shoot higher for that. I think
Yeah.
we can beat both of these teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in sports, anything can happen.
Yeah,
so,
you absolutely
I mean,
right,
I
man.
wouldn't write them out yet, but it's a big week for them, but even a bigger week next week. So,
Yeah, it
God
is.
forbid they lose these 2 games.
Yeah.
Let's definitely lock in for the conference tournament after that.
What honestly helps them if they win, though, is because they're in the middle of the pack right now.
Oh, yep.
If they lose those 2 games, you might drop down
might
to a
have to
7
see
seed.
them
You might
again.
drop down. Yeah, you might have to play them literally
you
right
play
the
them
next week.
back to back. Yeah,
so
so
then
that's-
it's not. That's not a good feeling when
Nah,
you
it's
when
not
you get
what you
dogged on and then you got to play them right
yeah,
back again.
you definitely don't want that.
So I hope that they pull out a win, like you said, man, and sort of have some things going on. But like I said, man, the only certified nominee we had on the board was Zane Wellborn. So props to you again, man. I'm glad that you guys went out there and y'all brought back a little championship, man. The first one of the year for us. And I wanted to give a little shout out to all the people running around here helping out with the media stuff. We got the students behind the scenes. We also have Ray Rush. We also got Devin. Y'all all know the shots by Dev. So y'all, if y'all wanted some work done, I mean, he busy right now, so don't pile him up with too much. But if y'all want something done, man, I mean, he's doing some really good things. So it's always good to see the students being able to do some stuff that they want to do when they leave school, because it's always good to prepare yourself for what's going on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get into these upcoming games, and then we'll shut it out for y'all, man. Today, of course, we have a volleyball match, so in a way match. But for the rest of the week, Wednesday, wrestling is going to be at Highlands in Trinidad State. Friday, volleyball, once again, is going to be at number 13 Tex West. And I believe that is that a home game? Do I have that down as a home game? Or am I tripping?
Nah, it's home game is what you got it down as.
I do have it down as a home game. I hope I didn't mess that up. I don't know if it's a home game or away game. I believe they did play them away last time they played them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a home game. So that means y'all got to be there, especially if we need that upset. So I need the fans there on Friday night at 7. You know what I'm saying?
Show up, man.
Yeah, need it. Men's basketball will be away this weekend. They'll be at the Abe Lemons Classic. They'll be playing Missouri Baptist on that Friday, and then on Saturday they'll be playing Florida College. So they got a little challenge coming up this weekend. Football will also be here at home against Texas College at 2. Volleyball will be home again as well against number 24 Sagu. So y'all got to pack it out again, man. That'll be at 6. So back-to-back games, full weekend of sports, man. So y'all got plenty to do this weekend.
Hey.
Y'all can hold off.
Doesn't baseball have something this week?
Baseball has they have like a World Series, a fall World Series. So if y'all want to go out there, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's cold. I know how it is because I played baseball. It's real cold out there, so we understand if y'all don't want to go out there and check us out right now. Y'all can come in the spring, that's cool. But if you got a jacket, put it on. Go out there and check out some baseball. They got the fall World Series this week. They got a couple of games during this. I don't know what days they are. Y'all can go to their webpage at wbu.baseball on Instagram, and they got all the information on there. Y'all can see it, and y'all can go out there and check some games out, man. And last thing, wrestling will also be in Wichita on Saturday at the Falcon Invitational. So we got a lot coming up. Next week is going to be so much stuff to cover.
Next week.
We tried to keep this one short for y'all, but it was good, man. Hope to see you guys same time next week, and that'll be all.